Hey, I'm Tamsin. This is Carly, and we travel around Australia in Calypso, our motorhome. Together, we make destination sacred grounds. We share our experience, our journey, and tips and tricks along the way. So if that resonates with you, stick around.
Could you be living your most ideal, perfect self? And does dopamine detoxing work? In this vlog, I go rogue, I reset, I reconnect, and I realign and re-emerge.
But first, what is a dopamine detox? Well, there are many different types of dopamine detoxing, but in a nutshell, it's removing any activity which stimulates the receptors of the brain, which in turn gives you a dopamine release. It's the happy hormone. In a vastly overstimulated society with dopamine hits being gained from gaming, social media, porn, masturbation, food, caffeine, nicotine, drugs, and more, it's now difficult to find the simple pleasures in life without jumping on social to get a quick fix. The days of kids going out to play to explore and discover themselves amongst the earth are quickly fading, and the use of technology is exponential. No wonder much of humanity is suffering, with the expectations of fitting in with an evolving culture of constant distractions.
And personally, I was being deeply affected. With so many distractions available, I was being seriously overstimulated.
I was not in alignment with my soul purpose. I was addicted and stuck in a cycle of distractions that prevented me from living free. I decided to go rogue, reset, reconnect, realign, and re-emerge. And to do that, I needed to get back into the wild. Luckily for me, I already live van life here in Australia and could venture into these wild lands without reception, without temptation. I have just gotten to my free camp and I've got a couple of hours before my fast starts. There's absolutely no reception here. I can walk up a hill to get reception, and I need to do that to have my client appointments, but I'm just getting some yummy food in before I start with some hemp seeds. I did actually forget my juicer. I was going to juice fast for the 40 hours, but I'll just be doing slushies, fruit and vegetable slushies in my blender. Okay, the time has come. 40-hour detox from everything. You won't see anything for the next 40 hours because I will not even have a phone screen. Everything is being turned off. I won't even know the time. I'll be relying on myself and the earth to be able to direct me in what I need to do for the day. So I will see you on the flip side. Okay, I am just coming off the 40-hour fast. Cheers. Kale shakes never tasted so good. I ate, but only for a period of 8 hours. And that was only fresh fruit and vegetables. First 3 days, well, afternoon, full day, morning. Limited energy. Such limited energy. I didn't recognize that I was so addicted to caffeine. And food is my go-to. If I need to pick me up, pep me up, and it might not even be unhealthy food. It might be some fruit and nuts, or maybe with organic chocolate, but then I indulge. I just go for gold. Sometimes I don't. But it's my go-to to stop me from feeling whatever it is that's arising in the moment that needs to be risen, and I don't allow that. So, done the first 40 hours. Let's go for the next 7 days. So I'm going back to suburbia now, and I will have reception. So I recognize I will need to delete my apps. Otherwise, they're just going to keep pinging at me. And it's not to say that I don't love everyone and value the connections that I have, but I want the connections to be mindful and conscious connections. So here we go. The last days weren't so tough. I've lived without reception previously, and it was the most work time of my life. I started to feel more alive, and my creativity started to flow naturally again. I found that coffee was easier managed, however food was a little more difficult. I plan on indulging here and there, but mindfully. When using the phone again, I realised it was way too easy to pick up and check like I'd been doing over the past few months. This routine was not broken within 7 days, so keeping it at a distance was easier for me. So was I able to reconnect and realign to my soul's purpose as I had intended? The answer is yes. I found myself in the flow of purpose and started creating in this alignment. I'd given myself the respite needed from overstimulation, and my whole being was thanking me. The question I still ponder is, how do we live in an overstimulated society whilst detoxing from the distractions available? Well, I believe having a good plan in place is key. Know your limits and create a routine and stick to it.
So here's my takeaway. A dopamine detox can't be 24 hours, 40 hours, 7 days. A dopamine detox needs to be a lifelong commitment. You can't go and make all of these changes and then go back into the same environment that you were in the first place that really supported you to be distracted. It needs to be a long-term process. But I would suggest that if you're looking to do a dopamine detox, get as much information as you possibly can, see if it fits your lifestyle, see what the things are that you need to change in your environment and for yourself. I hope my experience supports your experience in some, at least small way. If you've gotten something out of this vlog, give it a like, give it a share, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. You can also support me on my Ko-fi page by shouting me, yep, you guessed it, a coffee. Until next time, stay safe and stay present.